Alright guys, so in this video, I'm just going to go through my new desk setup. The setup I'm actually using to talk to you right now. I'm actually recording right now and everything. And let's not waste any time. Let's just go through everything, okay? And first things first. The desk. Now, as you can see, this is not a regular desk. This is a flexi spot desk, specifically the Comhar all-in-one standing desk. Mine is the wooden top version. And if you take a look for yourself, you see that it's not a regular desk, right? This is a desk that you can use when sitting, when standing, and basically anywhere else in between. And I'm actually very grateful to Flexi Spot because I didn't buy this desk myself. And if you want to buy this desk or anything else in this video, I'm going to put links in the description below so you can do that. But yeah, I didn't buy this desk myself. Flexi Spot actually sent it to me. But it didn't come like this though, already made and everything. Like that's not how it was in the mail. So how did it come in the mail? Well, pretty heavily, I'll say. Now, the place I got my mail from is actually a good walking distance from my apartment with a bunch of stairs. So it really wasn't fun carrying this heavy ass desk all the way here. But I could say it was a pretty good workout. By the way, that's like the hardest part about setting up this desk. When it comes to actually setting up this desk, like after you take all the parts out of the box and then you look at the manual, you know, if you're an amateur and that's what you need to do. No judgment though. But honestly, setting up this desk is pretty easy. Like I'm not even doing anything in this footage right here. I just want to get some footage. I was already done setting it up. It was actually pretty quick actually. But yeah, once you're done setting it up and it's complete, then it looks like this. And then it actually could be used as your main work desk. Whether you're standing or you're sitting, or you're high or low or whatever, right? Now, speaking of that actually, the way you use that is all with this stuff right here. These controls. You can press and hold the arrow buttons to get the desk to go up and down. And then you can use the number buttons to set specific heights where the desk will go to. Like number 2 for me is the highest setting you could actually put it to, which is my standing setting. And I'm about 6'4", and this is about where it reaches me. And I think that's pretty good. And the desk is just pretty good overall, and it works pretty well. It also has some USB slots with USB-C actually, which gives you full power through the slot actually, which is pretty cool. And then it also has a compartment right here. And it also has some other stuff that is supposed to be used for wire management, even though I'm not really doing anything about that right now. But I don't really see the wires anyway from my point of view, so it's not really upsetting me right now. The only thing I don't like about the setup and the wire is this right here, which is connected to the microphone. You probably have seen it already, but we'll talk about that later, okay? Right now, let's talk about the things that put on the desk. And the next most important thing about the setup, I would say, actually maybe not, but I'm talking the monitor. Now, this is a monitor I've used for a very long time actually, for college. And it's not even like a very tech savvy monitor at all. It has a 1080p screen, it has Intel i5, I'm not even sure what year, but it is touchscreen though. And yes, it's an all-in-one PC, but you can connect an HDMI in port to it. So you can connect your laptop or your PS4 or PS5 to it if you want to play games with it. I don't play games much with it anymore, but you can do that if you want to. So I normally just use this to write or to browse the web. I don't use this to video edit or anything. I might just use it to watch YouTube videos or something else. And the reason I like using it is to consume media. And the real underrated part of this computer right here is the speaker, or the speakers. These actually have Beats audio, and long story short, they actually sound very good, and they get very loud, and they have decent bass as well. For built-in speakers on a computer, these are very, very, very good. But they're still built-in speakers though. If I want to take what I'm listening to the next level, then what I'm going to use is the next item on my setup. I'm talking my Bluetooth speaker. Now this is the Iampaulobelley E600. I want to thank Iampaulobelley as well because they actually did send this out to me. And my favorite thing about these is that they just look pretty cool. They just look very unique. Like you might not even know they're Bluetooth speakers. And they have this unusual look to it, you know, and the top is really where it's at. That's where the prettiest part of it is, when you see with the light and everything. But the thing about them is that they're supposed to have like the bass and the bottom, and then the trebles and the other parts towards the top. And then with the top, it's supposed to have like this kind of 360 surround style audio, whatever. Let's see if I can bring this lower for you to see the top. Nope, this is the lowest it goes, but I can transition though, so you can see it. But yeah, it's supposed to have more surround sound, more circular sound than other Bluetooth speakers out there. And I'm gonna need to spend some more time with it, but it gets really, really loud for its size. Actually, it is pretty big, I guess, but for Bluetooth speakers, it gets very, very loud. And that's why I really like it, and that's why I leave it here. And that's why they're my go-to Bluetooth speakers right now. And I use them in place of my computer speakers, or I'll use them on my iPad with Bluetooth or whatever when I'm on my desk setup and I wanna just hear something on the speakers. Now, when I'm actually editing though, and I want to finalize the sound and everything, I'm not going to use the Bluetooth speakers or my HP speakers right here to do any of that. I'm going to be using these guys. Actually, not these guys. These are the Sony XM3s. I'm going to be using these guys right here. These are the Drop Pandas, and these are what I use to mix and master all my sound, basically. I already made a review on these guys, but these are audiophile headphones, and these are the best sounding headphones I have right now that I can trust. But yeah, I just use them for all my audio editing and recording needs. Now, what I use for my audio recording though is this guy right here, all right? This is the Audio Technica ATR 2005. Now, this is the only guy that's part of the setup that's not actually attached to the setup. It's actually attached to the bookcase right next to the setup. Actually, it's attached to the microphone arm, which is attached to the bookcase right next to the setup. But see, if you take a look at the width of the side of the Flexi Spot desk, the main desk right here, you see it's a little, let me see if you see, it's just a little too, it's too thick. It's just a little too thick for this tiny, okay, so I actually didn't need to do any of that. But yeah, the sides are just way too thick for the microphone stand to be attached to it. And I need my microphone to be seamlessly very close to the desk in a flexible manner so I can be recording, looking at the computer or the laptop or the iPad around me. And this was the best way I saw to do it that was most convenient. If I'm standing up, if I'm sitting down, any position, I can be comfortable recording with things just like this. So yeah, this is a part of the setup, even though this is the only thing that doesn't stay on the desk. Now, a couple other things that stay on the desk are my laptop or my iPad, or both of them sometimes, honestly. And there's some other pieces of tech like the Google Home, the Alexa sometimes, and some other pieces of tech I'm going to be using for a future video, or just some food or anything else. You know, it's a pretty big desk. There's a lot of space on here. But you're not here to learn about the kind of food I put on my desk. You're here to learn about the desk setup. And as far as that goes, well, that's about it. All right. That's about everything that has to do with my desk setup. This desk setup is going to really help me make a whole lot more videos. I already have more of a process going and all of that. And to be honest, it kind of feels like a mini studio, like a step closer to a studio. And it just means, you know, I have a workstation for your content creation and all of that. So I'm really happy about that. Thanks again to Flexi Spot, Abram Tech, and everyone that made this possible. You guys as well for liking and subscribing this video, as well as the others that you've already done or you're about to do. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions or comments or anything. And thank you for watching, okay? See you soon. Bye-bye.